Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Andrea here. I'm gonna wait a few minutes to get started. So some people jump on. I apologize for the fan in the background. It's super hot in this room. It's giving me like this dramatic effect. Say hello as you're jumping on. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Are you watching this live or are you watching the replay? Have you ever heard of the magnetic mind method? Yes or no? I'm going to get started in a few minutes. I'll give everybody a couple minutes to jump on. How is your week going? Talk to me, guys. Say hello when you jump on. Are you new here? Do you know me? Do you not know me? Hi, Jen. All right, I was going to give a couple minutes for see who jumps on here. Well, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Andrea. I am a spiritual entrepreneur, a mompreneur, a magnetic mind coach, one of less than 500 magnetic mind coaches in the world that use this process, the 5 steps to conscious creation and the Superconscious transformation Recode method. So I wanted to jump on and do a quick webinar and just kind of talk about what exactly it is for anybody who may have been curious. So, magnetic mind method, basically, so I am a quantum manifestation coach and spiritual mindset mentor. I teach you how, oh thanks Jen, love you too, we can shift our inner world in such a way, we shift our mindset, shift your beliefs, shift your emotions in such a way that it changes your outer world. Because in truth, this is the only way. This is the way that we create. Our inner world creates our outer world. All right? So the magnetic mind method, consciousness creates reality. All right? Consciousness is that awareness. I am, right? We are not, I, Andrea, am not the one that is aware of my thoughts. I'm having the thoughts, but there's something behind those thoughts that is aware of those thoughts. That is consciousness. Could someone tell Lisa in the group that I'm live on my main page? Por favor. So when you upgrade your consciousness, you upgrade your reality. And this is really the only way to do so. Okay? You cannot change things outside of you to a certain extent, right? But when you change your inner world, this is where your power lies. Your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. So you must train your unconscious mind, right? Reprogram, recode your mind. Your unconscious or your subconscious mind is the part of you that has been programmed. By the time you're 35 years old, 90% of what you do is based on subconscious programming. Okay, it's just habitual, same old, in and out, recreating the same thing over and over, and maybe you can't figure out why. It's because you're running off of this unconscious programming. All right? So you have to train your unconscious mind and release any resistance to what you desire to create. So what is resistance? Things that are in the way, limiting beliefs, negative emotions. Your mindset is the only thing that is standing in your way. You are literally the only thing in your way. Your mindset, the resistance in your life, okay? Your beliefs, and they're unconscious. You're not aware of them. So, like Carl Jung says, until the unconscious becomes conscious, it will rule your life, and you will call it fate. Most people think that they're a victim in their reality. They're not creating their reality. They're powerless. These things are all happening to them. But in truth, we are creating our reality, every single aspect of it, okay? And so when you awaken and taking that radical responsibility for the fact that every choice and every decision that you have made has led you to where you are today, and that you are the only one that can make a conscious effort to change, that's a lot of responsibility. That's why a lot of people don't change or transform their lives. But that's changing, I believe. I believe there's like this mass awakening happening, a massive shift in consciousness. More people are awakening now more than ever. And we are shifting the consciousness, realizing that we have more power than we've been aware of. And so, in truth, you must be it to see it. You probably heard that before, right? Act as if, call the things that are not as if they already were, and all so on and so forth, right? You have to be it to see it. You must become it first. You must step into it, okay? Training your unconscious mind, so then that way it just starts to become habitual and it becomes your reality, all right? So you don't have to fix yourself either. You're not broken. You do not have to be fixed. When you focus on your problems, you get more problems. Because we're energy, what we focus on, we create. What you focus on expands. Where focus goes, energy flows, right? So if we're focused on our problems, or the fact that we need to fix ourselves, we're traumatized and we have all these things, right? Which, yes, we do. The human experience, we grow through things, but it's meant for our good in the end. It's all experience meant to help us grow, expand, and evolve as spiritual beings, which is really what we are. Spiritual beings having a human experience. We're not these material bodies. We are far more. All right, so you create a new you. Like Socrates said, the secret to change is not to focus your energy on fighting the old, but on creating the new. So when you focus on creating something new, you become it. You be it to see it. All right, so a little bit about me and how I have made my dreams reality over the past few years. My coaching journey began in January 2020. Decided I wanted to be a coach. I started taking courses, didn't know how I would pay for them. COVID hit, and I lost my job, and I was actually able to pay for all these courses and invest in myself, invest in my businesses, and ultimately, you can see in the description, you know, I was certified in multiple modalities, always with the intention to help other people, to be of service. And so, challenges along the way, like it hasn't been easy. I've had to face fears. I've had to dive deep within myself and fight, have that, you know, dark night of the soul, so to speak, where you find out things about yourself that you have to face and change, and you realize you are creating it. It's all you, right? I'm a mompreneur, so I have 3 little ones and another one on the way. And like I said, I consider myself to be a quantum manifestation coach and spiritual mindset mentor, and I'm also a wellness advocate. Okay, so just that's a little bit about me. And then let's jump into the 3 levels of consciousness. So there's 3 levels. You have your self-conscious, which is your ego. Most people know it as the ego, right? So your ego, or your rational mind, your thinking mind, it works in polarity or duality, which is here on earth, we believe in good and bad. There has to be both ends of the spectrum so that we can experience. We couldn't experience abundance if we didn't know what lack was. We couldn't experience sickness if we didn't know what health was. Like, there's opposites here on earth. So our ego works in this rational mind of, well, this is good, this is bad. We have this idea that it's supposed to be a certain way. Your ego is formed in the first 7 years of life. So this is like when children are in the theta brainwave state, very low hypnotic state. This is why they absorb information like a sponge, like people say. They're just taking everything in. What are they taking in? Information. Everything is information, and it's being coded and encrypted into them. And I hear a baby coming over here. Hey, Dad, baby's over here. Hi, V. You want to say hi? All right, V wants to say hi quick. So the ego works in duality, all right, in the lowest level of consciousness. Oh, come here. And then above that, you have the unconscious, or most people refer to it as the subconscious mind. Again, this is the part of us that by the time you're 35 years old, 90% of what you do is based on subconscious, unconscious programming. You are just doing the same things habitually. It's like learning to drive a car. You learn it, it gets programmed into you, then you don't have to think about it. So you wake up, you go through your daily things, you have the same thoughts every day, you do the same things every day, and then you wonder why you're creating the same reality. Well, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? So we're just running off of these same patterns. That's where the being it to see it comes in. You got to start changing these things consciously and doing them every single day, and then eventually your reality starts to catch up, and you are it, and you step into it, you become it, right? You become it now. So, but then above that, we have the superconscious, but I want us to say something about the unconscious really quick. The unconscious mind seeks balance. It seeks it seeks the familiarity. Why can't I say that word, you guys? Really? The unconscious just wants to keep us safe, right? It takes instructions, though, from the superconscious. The superconscious is probably the level of memory that most people have not heard about. Jen, you're laughing at me. Familiarity. Well, I can't really. Y'all know what I mean. But, so, unconscious takes instructions from the superconscious. This is the level of memory or mind that most people have not heard of. It's outside of the ego, outside of the unconscious. It is the third level of memory or mind. It's the quantum field, so to speak. It contains all information throughout all time and space. It's the infinite field surrounding us. Carl Jung refers to it as the collective unconscious, all right? It's just an infinite quantum field. It's like Wi-Fi. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't touch it, you can't taste it, but it's there. And it's holding all the information. Guys, this is all information. What you are perceiving right now through this little device is information. It's taking me, the energy of me, the frequency, the vibration, breaking it down, sound, visual. You're perceiving it through your five senses. You are perceiving all the information that is creating the picture of me, the voice of me, and you all might perceive it a little bit differently as well, right? Because you are all seeing through our own filters in our mind. We take in the information, it gets filtered, it gets generalized, right? We're taking in so much information. We take in like 73 million bits of information every single minute, but we're only like consciously aware of, I think, like I forget, it's a very low number compared to 73 million. I want to say 20,000 maybe, right? So we're taking in all this information, but we're not consciously aware of it, because what we give focus and attention to, though, when you focus on something, then you become aware of it, right? There's a lot of things going on around you right now that you might not be consciously aware of. You shift your focus, you bring them into your awareness, right? So the superconscious memory. So just again, the three levels of consciousness are your self-conscious ego, your unconscious subconscious mind, and then outside of that is your superconscious memory that holds all the information, and your unconscious takes instructions. All right, so the beautiful thing about this process is that I connect with the superconscious to recode the information on the highest of levels of memory or mind. It's a very powerful process. That threw me off. I thought my shirt was like folded. All right, so the superconscious is the original infinite field. I pretty much said all this already, of intelligence, the quantum field. It's where you get insights and information. I already said that. It's also can be referred to as your higher self, people might call it, or your source code. The name doesn't really matter, right? Superconscious, God, source, universe, divine intelligence, infinite creator, quantum field, like, it doesn't matter what we call it. See, human beings, we love to label things, give it a name, try to figure it out, put it in a box. And when we label it, it truly limits all that this actually is. Like, look around, you guys. We are creators. We create life. We create all sorts of things, but where does it all begin? Here, in your mind. Your mind is a magnet for your beliefs and your thoughts, your feelings and your emotions. You attract to you what you got going on up in here. Like attracts like. So the unconscious has no discernment. So whatever you're born into, your beliefs or the information that's encrypted in your DNA, passed down from epigenetics, past lifetimes, from your family, you've probably heard of breaking generational curses. Things are passed down, things like poverty and sickness and, all these things are passed down in our DNA, in our generational things, in epigenetics. And epigenetics, the study of the DNA, actually tells us that we can change or recode the information in our DNA. It is not set in stone. Our identity is not set in stone. We can recreate who we are, okay? So the thing about that is, when you're born, right, we are born as a pure creative spirit. And then we go through this process called individuation. This is where these beliefs get dumped on us, depending on where you're born, what family you're born into, maybe religious, institutions, indoctrination, conditioning, school, parents, teachers, friends, all these things get dumped on you. You might experience trauma or certain events, life experiences, right, that program you to certain things, right? Like a quick story, there was a lady who couldn't hold on to money and she didn't know why. And she did some work, and then she was able to start holding on to money, and she actually then had a conversation with, it was someone in the family, and she came to find out that it was like her grandmother's family or something like that was killed in World War II because they were wealthy. And so this belief that having money was bad or having money was dangerous was passed down to her. She didn't know, she wasn't aware of it. It was in her genetic code to keep her safe. The unconscious just wants to keep you safe. And so if it thinks having money is dangerous for whatever reason from a past experience, it will code you to stay away from money. Okay? So that's just one example of how this works. And so your unconscious simply follows the instructions and replays that experience. It replays it over and over because it survived, and it's only asking one question: did we survive this? And if the answer to that question is a yes, it's going to keep doing that same thing over and over. It has no reason to change. Maybe you might be a little bit uncomfortable, but as long as you survive, your unconscious is like, okay, we're cool, right? But we're not meant to just survive. We're meant to thrive, okay? And so we've been programmed a little bit wrong. That's duality, good and bad. It's nothing wrong. Everything is ultimately, like I said, happening for our highest good. We're all on this journey of life to experience, come here maybe several times to experience all these things, to truly awaken to all that we really are, our true divine spiritual nature as creators. We are powerful creators. We're creating our reality, mini creators creating on behalf of the source. You can call it God, source, universe, divine intelligence, infinite creator. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's an infinite, eternal quantum field of pure creative conscious energy. Everything in reality and truth is energy, frequency, vibration. The material world is pretty much an illusion. Matter is 99.999% empty space, right? So, and the thing is, we've been conditioned to focus on the material world, and we neglect our inner world and our true divine spiritual nature. And this is why we see the world in the state that it is, because people's inner worlds are a mess. Mental health is the human condition. Like, your inner world is a mess. This, we all believe this narrative of scarcity, lack, division, poverty, sickness, war. This is what we are creating as a collective consciousness. Consciousness creates reality. Okay? As we awaken and we start to shift more and more, we're shifting the consciousness of humanity. Okay, and I believe like I said, we're experiencing a massive shift at this time, and that I ultimately believe we are here at this time to manifest heaven on earth, to bring the light back to a dark world, a world that has gone dark and strayed away from love and light and truth. And so, I'm getting chills when I was saying that. Like I said, it seeks out the familiar, blah, blah, blah. All right, so, but here's the thing. Your unconscious is programmable. You've heard about reprogramming your mind, I'm sure, if you're into personal development or working on yourself or anything along those lines. I'm sure you've heard about how you can reprogram your mind. You might not know an exact method or methodology to be able to do that. This is what the Superconscious transformation recodes are and do. Yes, shift happens. Get your shift together. It's all here. We have to shift our mindsets. People are struggling. People are living these stories that are not serving them, these dramas of their life, and they're, why me, poor me, it's all happening to me, why am I struggling, why am I suffering? You're doing it to yourself. That's a hard reality to face, and only you can change it, but in your own timing. We're all, like I said, on this journey of awakening, and you'll awaken in your own time. Okay? But the unconscious is programmable. So the good news is, with this brief 15-minute process, 15 minutes a day, you can radically shift your mindsets to become the magnet, releasing resistance, limiting beliefs, and negative emotions in your life, so that you can be in flow and remove whatever's in your way to reaching your desired reality, what you desire to create, what you desire to manifest in your life. So, let's see here. Just looking at my notes, make sure I touch on everything. How are we on time? We're good. We're good on time. So the goal is to reprogram the unconscious so that you actually attract what you want. It reminds me of a scripture that says, I do these things. I don't know why I do these things. I don't want to, but I just do them. It's unconscious behaviors. Like, I believe Jesus said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. We're unconscious. We are not aware of our power. We're not aware that we're creating. We're stuck in these habitual patterns and these things that are not serving us. So the goal, like I said, is to program the unconscious to attract what you want. The unconscious isn't able to discern the difference between what you imagine and what is in reality. It all starts here. So with this process, when you step into the end results of a reality, say, I choose to live a life that I love, right? And you step into that and you imagine what that would be like for you, you are actually training your unconscious mind to attract that to you, okay? But all these things might start coming up. Hey, Dad, baby's over here again. Really? So you start training your mind, all right? Uh-oh. What are you doing? Come here, baby. Come here. Hi. Come. Right, so one of my favorite quotes is, worry is a complete misuse of your imagination. Why would we use our imagination and waste our creative power on thinking about the things that we don't want? Only because you're unaware. If you're unaware that you are creating a reality, you're focused on your problems, you're focused on, situations outside of you, you're giving away your power to, the person that said this to you yesterday or whatever, what have you. Hey, Dad. Really? I fed her before I jumped on her, just so she would be okay. Here. Go to Daddy. Sneaky McSneakerson, sneaking over here. All right. So the magnetic mind method and superconscious transformation recodes. What are they? I pretty much kind of said it. This is about making your mind the magnet for the things you actually do want. Okay, starting to focus on creating a new you, a new identity, stepping into it now so you can be it to see it, and making your dreams reality, whatever it is that you desire to create in your life, whether it be living a life that you love, improving your health, better relationships, more money, whatever it is. This method will help you create the mindset shifts, the inner shifts to make your dreams reality, okay? To create the things that you actually desire. The 5 steps to conscious creation. So I'm going to go through that. We're going to actually go through the process in a few minutes, but I have some additional notes that I want to talk about real quick. There's 3 main focuses of the magnetic mind. One is your personal power to create what you choose. Whether you know it or not, you are creating your reality. Your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, your emotions, whether you are consciously aware of them or not, they are creating your reality. All right, so like I said, a lot of them are programmed into us. They're habitual, 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, and you wake up every single day and those thoughts are all the same, right? Same thoughts lead to the same emotions, lead to the same actions or inactions, and which creates your reality. All right, you actually become addicted to your thoughts, because when you have those certain thoughts, say you have a thought of lack, I don't have enough money, how does that make you feel? Not so good, right? You probably got some negative emotions coming up. Those negative emotions release chemicals, neuropeptides, and all sorts of things in your brain, fire and wire certain neurological pathways and all this stuff, right? That actually release certain chemicals that your body becomes addicted to, and you literally become addicted to your negative thinking. All right, you wake up every single day, not another day, I gotta go to this dang job, I hate my life, I got so many problems, I got all these bills I gotta pay, or, that might not be you, maybe not, but most people, unfortunately, at this time, that's kind of where they're at. Negative, victim mindset, complaining, not grateful for, and the Bible is very clear. It says that those who are grateful will be given in abundance, and those who are not, even what they have will be taken from them. They say you don't know what you have until it's gone, right? Because we're meant to be grateful. When you're grateful, you put the Matthew effect into effect. The Matthew effect is just that. When you're grateful for what you have, you are given more. It's multiplied, and that comes from a scripture in the book of Matthew. And I do quote scripture. I was raised as a Christian. I believe there's tons of truth in the Bible. I just believe that it's a book of metaphysics. Meta meaning above, physics meaning the physical. So it's a book above the physical. It's teaching you how to live according to the spirit. And most people take it literally from the material level. Like they're reading it and they're like, oh, it says they're going to come from the clouds, and they're looking to the clouds waiting for someone to come. Like, that's not what it means, okay? No offense to anybody, it is what it is. I always encourage people to do their own research and form their own beliefs, because our beliefs are powerful. They create your reality, so take what resonates, leave the rest. And I always say that if your beliefs are serving you well, more power to you. If they're not, maybe it's time to release them. All right, if you're miserable and living in lack and sickness, poverty, or whatever, you're not happy with your life, like you're not being that living example, so, and I'm not here to push my beliefs. Like I said, take what resonates, leave the rest, right? So personal power, we all have personal power. We're all mini creators creating on behalf of the source. If God is the ocean of consciousness, we are all drops of the ocean, but drops of the ocean are still the ocean, aren't they? Right? We are mini creators. We have power. All right? So the degree to which you let your personal power is often the degree you experience frustration. Okay? So if you are frustrated in your life, you are giving your power away, so to speak. Frustration is simply anger and hopelessness put together, right? So if you're extremely frustrated with your life, basically this means that you are depleting your personal power. And you're playing that victim, blaming, putting the power on things outside of you instead of taking charge of your life and changing, making the necessary changes, okay? So you've taught the unconscious that you're powerless, but the truth is you're a powerful creator, right? So, amen. The second main focus of magnetic mind is to live your true nature and purpose, which is also one of the core 4 choices, which I'm going to go over as well in a second. But to live your true nature and purpose, who you really are and why you're here. So your truest nature is to be a creator. We're made in the image of the creator, right? Again, many creators creating on behalf of this source. Call it God, source, universe, divine intelligence, infinite creator, or what have you. We're all connected to this source and to each other. Okay, and quantum entanglement proves this. Everything's energy. It all came from a single point, and we are all connected in this quantum field. So, I mean, it's obvious, guys. You ever have a thought, you think of somebody and they call you, or you think of something and then you see it. We are energy, frequency, vibration. Our mind literally is creating our reality. So, purpose is to express your creativity in the most authentic way possible. Okay, so living your true nature and purpose. Your true nature is a pure creative spirit. Like I said, in the human journey, you're born as a pure creative spirit. You go through individuation. You get all these beliefs dumped on you. You create your world based on those beliefs. Okay, most of them are limiting. You orient to the world according to those limitations, the beliefs that you acquire. And then you come to a point in your life at some point, or after several lifetimes in experience, where you make the shift and you begin to awaken. You experience a spiritual awakening. Hey, something's not right here. And you start to question things and maybe do some research. And then you actually step into creation and becoming the powerful creator of your reality. All right? So that is the second. Oh, true nature, pure creative spirit, and your purpose to express that creativity in the most authentic way possible. So we all have gifts or something that we're meant to share with the world. Purpose. We're all here for a purpose. Most people are unhappy because they're not living their purpose. We're in this world as of right now that, people have to go to jobs that they hate. They have to go work to make ends meet and send their kids to school. And I choose to homeschool personally. Homeschool, I do everything from home, work from home, breaking free from that old system. And I believe we are shifting in consciousness into this new paradigm. So, but the third and final step and the focus of magnetic mind is the creative process itself and how it actually works, how we can make our thoughts things, right? Everything in this reality was first a thought, all right? Someone thought, hey, I'm going to create this thing called a cell phone, and they had this vision, this inspiration, which inspiration means when you are connected to the source, you get divine inspiration, you get information from the field, an idea, right? So everything that was created in this reality was made in the mind of man, or the mind of God, if you really want to take it there, right? Because it's one infinite mind is what it actually is, thinking all of this into existence. So those are the three. Again, personal power. We all have power. We're all mini creators creating on behalf of the source. We're here to live our true nature and purpose. And then how do we get this process all together to work for us, to make our thoughts things, to actually begin to create what we desire? Great question. Right? So the core 4 choices. The magnetic mind method is based on the premise that you're not broken, you don't need to be fixed. You simply create a new you. And we can recode on the highest of levels of mind, superconscious memory, outside of the ego and the unconscious. Okay, so there are 5 steps, and I'm going to go over the 4 core choices. You want to, when you, the individuation process, when you're born a pure creative spirit, you get all these beliefs dumped on you, you create your reality based on these shitty belief systems and these things that are not serving you, right? And then you make the shift. You begin to awaken to become a conscious creator, right? Or a super conscious creator, and choose to focus on a vision and what you actually desire to create, and you move towards it, right? There are 4 choices that you must choose for yourself, and every single day I choose these. It's part of my morning routine. You choose them every single day to reorient back into the creative structure. They are, I choose to live a life that I love. All right, so we're beings of free will and choice. We get to choose. We get to choose what we experience, what we feel, what we think, what we believe. And based on that, that's what we are creating. So I choose to live a life that I love. It looks really weird outside. It's like yellow outside. I don't know why. But I choose to live a life that I love. All right, I choose to live my true nature and purpose. Again, your true nature is a pure creative spirit, and your purpose is to express that creativity in the most authentic way possible, to be you, to share your gifts with the world, a message, a truth in a way that only you can. It's unique to you. You have something special that you're meant to share with the world. I choose to live a life of health and vitality. Health and vitality on all levels, mind, body, and spirit, taking care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, right? And I choose to be the predominant creative force in my life. So when you choose to be the predominant creative force in your life, that means you understand that you are creating your reality. You're not placing your power on things outside of you, situations, problems, what this person said to you yesterday, what this person did to you 10 years ago. You're not playing the victim. You're not blaming. You have your power. It's not, you're not powerless. You are the powerful creator. It's not, I can't live a life that I love because of the government, how the world is, or all these things. No, you choose to consciously focus on what you desire to create. And based on what you focus on, this is what you get in your reality, right? And she's back. And she's back. So, again, the core 4 choices to reorient back into the creative structure are: I choose to live a life that I love. I choose to live my true nature and purpose. I choose to live a life of health and vitality. And I choose to be the predominant creative force in my life. Yeah, she came back, Dad. Yeah. Meso? Go with Daddy. Why is it so yellow outside? Look. Right? Super yellow. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. Like, the sky looks really funny right now. All right, so those are the core 4 choices that you must reorient into. And what do I mean? You must release resistance to those core 4 choices to be in the creative structure. Resistance is limiting beliefs, negative emotions, okay, that come up. So using the 5 steps to conscious creation, this is the Superconscious Transformation Recode method, the magnetic mind method, how your mind becomes a magnet to the things that you actually desire to create and pulls them towards you. Okay, so the process, you must first choose what you desire to create. All right, so let's just, for this purpose of this Recode, I am going to take you through one. We'll choose one of the core 4 choices. I choose to live a life that I love. It encompasses a lot, right? So I choose to live a life that I love. And then what you want to do is actually feel into that. Step into that end result. Choose it for yourself. You're being a free will and choice. You get to choose that. And so you can close your eyes if you want. And imagine, using your imagination, again, your unconscious cannot discern between what is imagined and what is real. And so I choose to live a life that I love. And what would that be like for you? So I choose to live a life that I love, and I have complete time and financial freedom. I work from home. I do what I love with the people I love. I get to travel, having a massive impact. I have my dream home. I love my new vehicle. It's the vehicle I've always wanted. What things in your life would have to change for you to truly live a life that you love? Imagining it, stepping into it, it's as if it's already a reality. I choose to live a life that I love, and this is what my ideal day looks like. You wake up, what do you do? Who are you with? What kind of food are you eating? Eating healthy, taking care of your body. You How do you feel? I choose to live a life that I love, and I feel amazing. I feel healthy, I feel vibrant, I feel energetic, I feel confident, I feel amazing. I choose to live a life that I love. Okay, now that you choose that for yourself, we want to create a structure. A structure is simply anything with two or more parts that work together, right? So we're going to bring up the gap, essentially. So I want to live a life that I love, but right now, where are you at? So I choose to live a life that I love, but I can't because why? What's in the way? What limiting beliefs or negative emotions come up for you? I choose to live a life that I love, but I can't because I don't have enough time and money. I don't have my dream home. I hate my car. I hate my job. My relationships are shitty. I choose to live a life that I love, but I can't because I feel like I'm not capable, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough, I'm insignificant, I don't belong, and I'm not perfect. Those are the 6 self-sabotaging beliefs, by the way. So asking yourself that. I choose to live a life that I love, but right now, this is my reality. No judgment. Where are you currently at right now? You must bring up the gap and intentionally trigger the resistance, the limiting beliefs, the negative emotions into the field. We want to bring them up so that we can recode them. Okay? I choose to live a life that I love, and I can't because of X, Y, Z. I feel powerless. I'm not creating my reality. I can't live a life that I love. I have too many bills. I have a job that I hate. My car is breaking down, but life is hard. I can't live a life that I love because of all of these things. The way the world is. Look at the world is a mess. I can't live a life that I love. Who do I think I am? Like, whatever comes up for you. And then I want you to rate that resistance on a scale of 1 to 10. I really want to take a picture of the sky, you guys. It's so yellow. So, rating that resistance on a scale of 1 to 10. And then I'm going to ask you to give me permission to connect with your superconscious level of memory. Now, guys, we're already connected to each other, to the field, to everything. Just for integrity purposes, I give Andrea permission to connect with my superconscious, to shift my inner world in such a way that I can create a new reality outside, to turn my pain and my experience into wisdom for more joy and satisfaction in my life. Okay? Alright, once you give me permission, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, Superconscious is always there. We are connected to it and to each other. It's the infinite quantum field that's holding all the information. Again, it's the level of mind or memory that's outside of your ego and your unconscious memory. Okay? It holds all information throughout all time and space. It's omnipresent. It's omnipotent. It sees everything. It knows everything. And so it sees all these beliefs. It sees the resistance. It sees the things that are in the way of us creating a life that we love. So Superconscious, anything that is not in alignment with the true choice, I choose to live a life that I love. We want to tag and treat, do a massive change history as needed in the perfect way, in the perfect order, to rearrange all the information in the field, releasing any unconscious beliefs that have been passed down, breaking all generational curses and soul ties, soul agreements, soul contracts, anything that is not in alignment with this true choice that has been keeping us stuck, stagnant, oscillating in this structure, keeping us from truly moving forward and creating a life that we love. All of these limiting beliefs that came up, tag and treat Do a massive change history as needed. We want to tag and treat the emotions of frustration, powerlessness, the victim mindset of why is this happening to me? We want to shift into higher vibrations, higher emotions, joy, love, peace, and gratitude. Having a new mindset. Put off your old mindset to take on your new mindset. Put off your old self to take on your new self with a new mindset, created to be like God in all righteousness and holiness. We're choosing to put off all aspects of our old self that are not in alignment. The aspects of our consciousness and old identities, part-time personalities that are holding on to negative emotions and beliefs that are no longer serving us. The traumatized individual, the wounded child, the people pleaser, the controller, any aspect of ourself that is not in alignment with this true choice, that is trying to hold us back, pull us back, tag and treat, and do a massive change history as needed in the perfect way, in the perfect order. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Superconscious, we also want to tag and treat all of the energy bodies, the chakras, from the crown through the third eye chakra, which is our sixth sense, our eye of intuition, our eye into the spiritual realms. And if thine eye be single, your whole body will be full of light, awakening us to higher levels of consciousness and intuition, activating tiny calcite crystals that are on the glands that make us more aware of higher frequencies. Clearing and cleansing, moving through the chakras, through the throat chakra to clear and cleanse, to open the throat chakra to speak our truth, speak our message, fearlessly, boldly, courageously, to live our true nature and purpose. Expanding down through the heart chakra and opening up the heart chakra and expanding the electromagnetic field around us to be more in love. Moving out of the lower 3D vibrations of fear and survival, any negative emotions that have been keeping us grounded in 3D, unable to shift and create a new reality. We want to tag and treat, do a massive change history, moving everything out through the solar plexus and the sacral and out through the root chakra and into the earth to be transmuted. Transmuting all the negative, dark, dense energy. We want to bring in the new light codes, bringing in divine light through every body, emotional, spiritual, mental, physical bodies, touching on every single cell, every organ, every dis-ease or discomfort in the body. We want to tag and treat, do a massive change history as needed. It's all just information, just shifting the information, the beliefs surrounding everything. We want to tag and treat family history, past lives, past generations, everything that's been passed down, that's in our DNA. We want to restructure, recalibrate our DNA, activating new light codes, new portions of our DNA, bringing us back more into the true human design, 12 strands of DNA, not just 2, activating higher levels of our full potential. We're capable of so much more. So much more. Human being, you are a powerful creator. It's truly time for us to awaken. We want to tag and treat any secondary intentions, anything that's just trying to keep us safe, anything that's been programmed into the unconscious that is no longer serving us. Choosing to release it now. We want to call in everything needed at this time. The resources, the people, the abundance, the wealth, the prosperity, everything as needed, attracting everything effortlessly as if by magic, creating miracles in our lives, to truly live a life that we love, to shine our lights, to be a living example in this world. We want a quantum leap to a new timeline, to a new frequency where we are just attracting all of this effortlessly, calling it all in now, our soul tribe, people that we made agreements with to meet with at this time, to accelerate this transformation process within ourselves, to connect with everybody we're meant to connect with now. Tag and treat all limiting beliefs, anything left over. We want to reinforce the new empowering beliefs of I am capable, I am worthy, I am enough, I am significant, I belong, and I am perfect, just the way I am. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not broken. I do not need to be fixed. I get to decide who I am and what I create. I'm now choosing to live a life that I love. Tag and treat all resistance, limiting beliefs, and negative emotions that are standing in the way. Releasing any doubt. Tag and treat. Do a massive change history on everything as needed in the perfect way, in the perfect order. Bring everything into full alignment internally. Shifting everything in our inner world in such a way, shifting our mindset to create these new beliefs, create these new empowering beliefs, to fully step into them. These new emotions, this new frequency, this new timeline, to ultimately transition and create this new paradigm. Abundance, ease, fun, joy, love. This is the way life is meant to be. We're meant to thrive. Superconscious, please tag and treat any resistance left over in the field to the true choice. I choose to live a life that I love. I choose to live a life that I love, and I am the powerful creator, and there's nothing in my way from living a life that I love. It's all here in my mind. It's all here. I am creating it. Tag and treat any leftover resistance, limiting beliefs, and negative emotions. Do a massive change history as needed in the perfect way, in the perfect order. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Divine intelligence, infinite creator, God, source, universe, whatever you want to call this infinite field. The beliefs, the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions that you are putting out is what is reciprocated back to you, is what is mirrored back to you. Okay? So you change your thoughts, change your life. You've heard that before, but you must change your feelings as well. This is what this process does. All right, so we want to ground all memories, 1, 2, and 3, back into the matrix of the universe, taking a few deep breaths and just allowing all the new information to process in the supercomputer of your mind, your living, breathing, biological software. Your mind is programmable. Everything that you consume, TV, music, things around you, experiences in life, what people say, the books that you read, the things that you listen to are programming you. And you can consciously choose what you want to program yourself with if you're not getting the results that you want in your life. If you're stuck in something, you're not living a life that you love. You must remove the resistance to that. You believe for some unconscious reason that you cannot live a life that you love. It's just not possible for you for whatever reason. What is going on outside, you guys? I'm almost done here. I'm going to jump off out. Hopefully now the sky is like red. But it's all possible. The only limits are the ones that we place on ourselves in our own minds. Using the Superconscious Transformation Recode method, you literally become the magnet for the things that you desire to create. Depends, we all have a lot of shit that we need to shift through, right? But in just 15 minutes a day, you can use this simple process. And I actually teach it in my course. You can learn how to do it on yourself. It's just more enjoyable to have somebody do it for you. But you learn how to do it in my course. It's so powerful, you guys. And let me just tell you, it is not like woo-woo. This is based on real stuff, okay? It's based on ancient hermetic principles, as within, so without, or consciousness creates reality. Your inner world creates your outer world. Your mindset creates your reality. Your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. Those together, a collection of your beliefs, thoughts, feelings, and emotions is your mindset, right? What you believe is possible for you and the world and for others. Right? So what do you believe is possible? Ancient hermetic principles. Your inner world creates your outer world. It's also biblical. As within, so without. As above, so below. It's also based on alchemy. Alchemy is being able to transmute a negative to a positive, using the power of love to create miracles in your life consistently. This is why I named my team Miracle Mavens, a term that I got from a book by Hal Elrod, The Miracle Morning. It talks about how powerful morning routine is, and he refers to alchemists as miracle mavens, using the power of love to create these shifts, transmute negative to a positive, to create miracles in your life. It's also based on universal law. Universal laws, they're unseen laws in this universe that run our world. They rule our world, like the law of attraction that says we attract unto us the like things. So what you're thinking, your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, according to those, you're attracting that back to you, right? Like attracts like, okay? Like energy attracts like energy. You attract what you believe is possible. Other than that, also epigenetics. It uses epigenetics, which tells us that we can rewrite our DNA. It's not set in stone. We are the writers of the code. And so using this Superconscious Transformation Recode method, you're literally recoding the information in your DNA, in your mind. You're firing and wiring new things in your brain. You're triggering new pathways, creating new neurological pathways in your mind that are leading to new thoughts, new beliefs, new feelings, new emotions that ultimately create a new reality. And it's also based on proven neuroscience, guys. So, hi Kaylee, it's so nice to see you. So this is not woo-woo. It's proven neuroscience. We are living, breathing biological software. We can reprogram our minds. We've been programmed all wrong. If your beliefs are not serving you, it's time to release them. And this is one of the best ways that I have found in my journey of becoming a coach and all the things. This is one of the best ways, the fastest ways to help you shift your mindset. It's just we all have a lot of shit that we need to shift through, but in just 15 minutes a day, you can use this simple process. And so we did the Recode. I'm going to make a quick offer. Like I said, I do have a course. It's called Total Transformation, How to Shift Your Beliefs, Overcome Your Negative Mindset, and Create a Life of Abundance. The course also includes a live call every single day. We do the Superconscious Transformation Recode every single day, guys. And like I said, you do learn how to do it in the course as well. You can do this process on yourself. It's just more fun, more enjoyable, more relaxing to sit back and have somebody do it for you. I can say that for myself as well, because when I do the recodes for other people, and and I do them at the same time, I'm doing it on myself, but it's more enjoyable for me when I get to actually sit back and have another coach, another magnetic mind coach do it. And on Wednesday nights, I love the creator, Chris Duncan. He's from Australia, the creator of the Magnetic Mind Method. I love his recodes on Wednesday nights. And so besides that, you learn how to do the process. You get access to live calls. You get so much access. Guys, there's like so much stuff in this group. There are challenges, 7-day shifts around wealth, prosperity, and abundance, around relationships, to create better relationships, more time, more money. Everything that you need to break through whatever it is that is holding you back, all the limiting beliefs, to release the resistance, to awaken to higher levels of yourself and your true potential. All right. You also get access to group coaching. So along the way, if you have any questions about anything, I'm right there in the messenger. You can just send me a quick message and I'll answer all your questions. As far as pricing, just message me. We could talk about that. I have a way that you can work with me, super, super affordable. But please do not underestimate the value just because I want to help people affordably. This is a state-of-the-art process that like I said, it's based on a proven neuroscience. It actually works. It shifts your inner world. It shifts your mindset in such a way that you're actually going to become a magnet and start to attract things you actually want in your life. Okay? Instead of staying stuck in the same things and recreating a life that you truly don't love. All right? So I think that's it, right, Lay? Melly's in here. So I missed the sky, you guys. It was yellow and then it was red and now it went away. Now it's normal again. I missed it. Oh well. All right, I am gonna get ready for bed. We made pretty good time, right? Did the hour, so say truth, love, and light. And have a namaste. A future leader. Tada. Okay, bye guys. Have a good night. I hope this serves you well. If you found value in this, please share it out. You're welcome, Jen. Share this out. Share it with your friends, your family, anybody who you think could benefit from this and creating mindset shifts in their life.
Ta-da!
Awakening. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Bye, guys.